Bird Box, the latest Netflix feature starring Sandra Bullock. A very well crafted, written, for the most part, shot and executed movie. It was a beautiful looking movie. It had me on the edge of my seat until the very fucking end. What the fuck was that? Really, what the fuck was that? Are you telling me humanity ended for no fucking reason? I mean, halfway through the movie, I'm like, yeah, if you're blind, you're going to be okay. They're not going to get you. And but really, that's the high point of the movie, that they get to a blind academy in the middle of the fucking woods. What kind of academy is in the middle of the fucking woods with no resources pouring in? And why don't you address what ended humanity for the most part? Some mysterious creature or creatures have ended humanity by just getting them to look at them. And you don't address that? What the fuck are they? They never address that. And that's what my biggest beef is with this movie. Other than that, the movie was beautiful. It was great. But that one fact, these things that ended the world and apparently seem to be everywhere. I mean, you have to wear a blindfold in the middle of the fucking woods? Well, okay, what are they? Are you going to explore that? Because I kind of want to know what the fuck they are. And the fact this movie just leaves it off like, oh, well, it doesn't matter what they are. Are you fucking kidding me? It doesn't matter what they are? Give me a fucking break, okay? That's like the Jews walking out of Auschwitz, not knowing who the fuck just tried to kill them all. This is what this movie makes me want to do. I'm at a loss for words because I don't know what this movie hoped to accomplish. Except bring a deadbeat mom closer with her children and actually at the very end give them names. Even though only one is her child, the other is a child that she took over. I mean, it was very heartwarming and touching, but I didn't give a fuck about the kids' names. I gave a fuck about what the fuck those things were chasing them. What the fuck were those things? But I do like the idea that they just kept them in the dark. You don't get to see them. You don't get to look at them. I liked that. It's the aliens. It's the Alien approach. It's the Ridley Scott approach when it came to Alien. You don't get to see the monster. You don't get to see the villain until the very end. But what the hell are these things? Why are they everywhere? Why, if you're in the middle of fucking nowhere and take off your blindfold, they're going to get you? And why is it that only the psychotics can look at them and not be, for the most part, affected? This was a movie that was it was a waste of my time. I felt like I just wasted 2 hours of my time watching a movie that didn't go anywhere. And it was a great piece on a mother and child story. But, you know, if I want to watch something like that, I'll go to fucking Hallmark and watch it, okay? I don't need to see it in a Netflix feature. My point is, it was a decently shot movie. It was well acted. Sandra Bullock brought her A game. I liked her character. I believed in her, even though she's just Sandra Bullock. But what the hell was her lover's sacrifice? I don't remember the guy's name, but, you know, he took off his blindfold and killed the people chasing her and the kids, and he looked in the face of this fucking thing, and you don't even see what the hell it is. Why did he do it? And why did he kill himself? What the hell is this thing? This is like, it's either written by Rian Johnson or J.J. Abrams, where it's the mystery box or just subverting your expectations. Okay, just give, what the hell was it about? Unless they're going to make a fucking sequel. Come on. I gave you 2.5 hours of my time. You couldn't even tell me what the fuck these things are, or why they're here, or what they're doing, or what their plan is, or what the end game is. Come on, give me a fucking break. You had me hooked. This was like the Langoliers movie from like the late 90s without the Langoliers. If you know what the Langoliers are, watch that 1990s movie. It's based off a novel by Stephen King. It was actually somewhat interesting until the Langoliers showed up and you're like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? But it was a decent movie. It had a decent plot. I understood kind of where it was going. And even when the fucking B-level monsters showed up, I still kind of bought into it, even though it was a piece of shit. But this didn't even give me a chance to buy into it. What are they running from? Who is the villain? A faceless thing that if you look at it, you'll die? Okay. What is it? I mean, are we going to die if we look at it? Is this the fucking Ring? Give me a break, okay? I wanted more from it. I enjoyed it until the end, and when I realized that this just, that they're just like that with the main antagonist, which is those creatures or those things or those entities. What the fuck are they? Apparently there are billions of them because they're all over the fucking planet. You can be in the middle of fucking nowhere in the woods and they'll still follow you. Anyway, I don't recommend to watch this movie. If you want to watch it, go ahead. It's a decently shot movie. It's a decent movie, but if you're looking for anything more from it, if you're looking to see the things that people are scared of or people get frightened by, you're not going to see anything. It's a waste of time. So yes, I'm spoiling it for you. I don't give a fuck. Okay, I don't care. I don't care that I spoil it for you because there's nothing to spoil. There really is nothing to spoil. There's nothing in it. It's just Sandra Bullock running with a blindfold on for like 2.5 hours. So yeah, that's that. I mean, it feels like Sandra Bullock is just basically the American populace, just running around with a blindfold on. They don't want to admit to what's in front of them. They don't want to look at it. They don't want to. I don't want to get into this talk. I'm just kind of like I'm drunk, and I'm kind of like, what the fuck was that? Why didn't you give us something? But you know, hey, that's why they're professional filmmakers. And I'm not, even though I went to film school. Anyway, this has been a review of The Bird Box. I felt like a bird in that box the whole movie. I didn't see anything. I didn't go anywhere, except where they took me. So, I don't know what this movie was trying to do. I really don't. I don't know where this movie was hoping to go, except towards trying to just be cute. So yeah, it was a good movie for the most part, but it didn't have a payoff. It's like working for 60 hours in a work week to just get a paycheck that's mediocre. No overtime, just here it is, you're 40 hours, but I work 60. 40 hours. That's basically what it felt like. But anyway, have a good night, and no, I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it. It's well acted. It's well acted. That's all I can say about it. It's played out well. I cared about the characters, but the only threat was something you never see. I have to be afraid for them. And just a faceless thing, it's like a boogeyman. It's basically what it is. It's the boogeyman story. If you look at it, it'll get you. Don't look at it. Look at what? What the fuck are you not supposed to look at? We didn't even get to see it. As the audience, we didn't see it. What the fuck was it? Oh, who cares? Anyway, have a good night, and yeah, check it out. I'd say check it out, but don't expect anything. Anyway, have a good night.